Have you heard the saying, kids should travel? But why? How does it help them? That's coming up next.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ready, Aim, Parent podcast, where we help you teach kids the skills that really matter in business and life. And today we are broadcasting live right here from the great city of London. And behind me you'll see the London Bridge, and we're actually inside the Tower of London. We just got done taking a look at the crown jewels. We've seen the House of Parliament and so many other interesting places. But let me talk to you about the real reason we're here today. So come on over here, mister. This guy right here, we planned this trip a long time ago because this is a step in Parker's future-proof kids skills building. So we're really excited about this trip. It's one of our first of many stops along Europe. And I really wanted to talk to you today about why travel is so important for your kids' development. Now stick with me if you don't have the money to hop on a plane and take your kids around the world. There are lots of other ways you can help teach your kids and get the value out of travel right in your own cities, and we'll talk about that towards the end. But the first one is really about critical skills, critical thinking skills. We have strong opinions about things, and we tend to put blinders on when it comes to our opinion. And a lot of times that blocks great ideas and ways of doing things that might be right next to us. And that is really detrimental to critical thinking. When you really want to have more of an open-mindedness, it can also be damaging to your personal relationships when you think about that. Think about your spouse and they're trying to tell you another way or another opinion on how things ought to be done. You can imagine how helpful it would be for your children to develop this type of thinking where they're open-minded to someone else's point of view. And it's going to lead to better solutions and decisions, because when you travel, you get opened up to a whole new world of things. Things are a lot different than where you just live. The food is different, the language is different, the way they do things is different. I mean, we had to watch out because they drive on the different side of the road here. We almost got hit a couple times looking the wrong way when we were going to cross the street. So critical thinking was the first one. Now the second thing that's really important about travel for kids is the innovative thinking skills that it's going to provide them in the future. And the way travel helps in this regard is that when you make new connections with people other than those that you typically hang around, you can create new connections in your mind, which would lead to new ideas. You may be surprised, for instance, to give you an idea how some innovation happened. We actually had a mechanic who invented a new device that helped with childbirth that's now being used in healthcare. Sorry, we're outside, so you get a little bit of the noise here. But he actually helped with a new device that is now being used in birth for childcare in the healthcare industry. So who would have ever thought a mechanic would have done that? And I'm sure you're very familiar with PlayDoh if you've got kids. And the PlayDoh product was actually invented and created when the creator of the material was having dinner with a teacher, and the teacher was looking at the material and said, I bet the kids would love playing with this. So they made a few changes to it, and then PlayDoh was born, and now kids around the world have enjoyed playing with PlayDoh. So when you travel, your mind gets opened up, you see new ways of doing things, you create new connections, and really can help develop strong innovation skills. Finally, the last thing we're talking about is just personal relationships. When you're navigating business, and a lot of business is done through personal relationships, when you travel, you get exposure to a lot of different people, different cultures, and different ways of doing things. It's just going to help your kids really navigate the social aspects to business as they get older, which is going to be very beneficial to them. We live in this global economy where you're dealing with people from all around the world. All right, well, if you don't have a chance to just hop on a plane and go to a foreign country like Europe, you can get the benefits of these things right where you live. If you live in a place where, I know in Miami, they have a great Cuban culture. You could go experience different foods, meet different people than you maybe typically hang around, and take your kids with you. You have an opportunity if you're, I know in Texas, a very rich Hispanic culture, where you can go see the arts and music and meet different people and types of food. And then I know they have incredible Asian culture over in San Francisco, where there's a whole China area where if you take your kids there and let them experience the food and what it's like to be around those types of people. So travel is so critical to your kids' development in these three areas. So remember, get out there, take your kids to see the world, no matter where you live. It's going to make a big difference for them, and you're going to be raising a future-proof kid.
Hey, did you like this episode? If you did, there are 3 things you can do right now to continue your journey of future-proofing your kids. First, you can subscribe to our channel, and I hope you will, so we can keep sending you helpful videos that help you future-proof your kids with great skills. Second, you can like our Facebook page, where we're always sharing great articles, quotes, and other things about the real skills your kids will need in their future business lives. And third, you can head on over to our website, sign up for our newsletter, where we can send you free offers, free trainings, free podcasts, and anything else we don't do here on this channel. So you can get started by clicking on any of the buttons you see right here, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video, and until then, keep future-proofing your kids.